okay, did either quarterback separate themselves in preseason game number 2? Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shough both took the stage once again as they compete to see who is going to be the starting quarterback in week number 1 and hopefully for the entire 2025 season. The New Orleans Saints took on the Jacksonville Jaguars, where we saw last week Spencer Rattler got to start with the ones. This week, Tyler Shough rolled with the ones, and there was some ups and there was some downs, right? There were some positive things that Tyler Shough did. He was able to distribute the ball really well. We've seen him throw the ball to receivers like Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave and Cedric Wilson, and a really good pass to tight end Trayton Welch. Really shows some confidence, really shows some really good zip on the football. Everybody knows that Tyler Shough can really sling the football. But there was also some things that I'm pretty sure that he will want back, like the turf monster tackling him. And when he sensed pressure around him, he seems like he started to get a little bit nervous. And I think that has been the reputation of Tyler Shough. Throughout his collegiate career, people talk about how talented he is throwing the rock, but at the same time, it seems like he gets happy feet when he senses pressure. And it's not a necessarily good thing where you have some struggles going on your offensive line for the New Orleans Saints. Young, inexperienced tackles, and it seems like your interior, they need to figure it out. And guys like Cesar Ruiz, who have been around the team, seems to be struggling over the last few preseason games. Hopefully they can get it together, because if not, that is going to be a major concern, especially when you look at Tyler Shough. But he started the game and he played the entire first half. He was 9 of 12 for 66 yards, completed 70% of his passes. Didn't really knock your socks off with his performance, but really didn't do anything to hurt his chances of being a starter. The Saints only were able to get 3 points, and he distributed the ball, but they weren't able to really get the ball down the field. But in the second half, we saw Spencer Rattler come into the game, and it was a completely different story. And unlike last week, where some people would say that it seems like Spencer Rattler was a tad bit passive, or maybe he was understanding the magnitude of the moment, maybe it got to him, but it was a completely different Rattler this game. He was able to be more aggressive. He found receivers like Mason Tipton and Dante Pettis, and towards the end of the game, with a little over 2 minutes, he was able to facilitate a game-tying drive for the New Orleans Saints, where the game basically ended in a tie. Now, Spencer Rattler in the game was 18 of 24 for 199 yards. He also completed 70% of his passes. If you look at this quarterback competition, to me, it is going to come down to this offensive line. The fact that you have Spencer Rattler, who is not afraid to stand there in the pocket, and he is willing to take a shot in the chops if it means making a big play down the field. And this may be what you need right now versus Tyler Shough, who may need a little bit more of a better offensive line in order for him to be able to be as effective. At the end of the day, Kellen Moore and his coaching staff are going to have a really tough decision to make. Are you going to go with Tyler Shough, or are you going to go with Spencer Rattler? But a decision needs to be made, because as the season slowly approaches, it gives other teams an advantage if you don't know who is going to be your starting quarterback.